wish I could make this a little higher, but I really can't. Sorry, I put a little rain in the background. It's time for sleep. Go to sleep. It's our last fire. Close your mind. Feel your body getting heavy. Put your hands on your chest. Feel your chest breathing in and out. Feel the warmth of the fire embracing you. You want to talk about something? You want to talk about something good? I don't know. Sorry, I haven't shaved. Anything? It's okay to worry about things. The fire feels so good. Such a cold night outside. If you think about all the people, like that lady sleeping in the abandoned building. Think about she has. Think about how cold she is right now. Sad. What the hell is that? Hi. How you doing, Jonathan? Is it cold where you are? Oh yeah, that's so sweet of you. That happens all the time, more than you think. Actually, I really enjoyed it. That's so sweet. Thanks a lot. That made my night. That made it worth it. I hope you're well. You're just as amazing. Thank you so much. That made my night. That plan? What do you mean the plan? Well, it took a plan when that guy, when the first one or the second one. Sorry, I just ate. Well, the plan went astray. Oh, I went in, and then so wait, yeah, there was only two, I think. And then I dropped that bar, fell and hit me on the head, and so I stopped my stream. And then I started again. We ran into that lady. I wish it would let you replay lives, but it won't. So All thing I do is download them. The only one going down. It was very sad. But I'll be homeless a couple days here because I can't find another apartment. My lease is up. So I'll be right there with her. It's sad, especially during the holidays when there's nobody. I mean, so you got to find happiness within yourself, right? So I'm looking at the fire. It's so beautiful. It used to show it on the sidebar, but now it shows it. We're so primitive in, we're advanced, but we're so primitive in the back of our brain because fire is known for, keeping us warm. There's something primal about it that you just feel safe and cozy around a fire. Well, oh yeah, dude, that's actually happens all the time. If you watch my TikTok, if people just watch it, I run into people all the freaking time. People who are wanted by the police, like that guy who's pointing that gun at me and saying, "As long as you're not the police." You know what? That's the reason I honestly don't carry a gun, because I'm stupidly naive and I believe that most people are good. I know that's probably how I'm gonna die. But how bad would I feel if I actually shot somebody? I don't think I could live with myself, you know? I'm sorry about your mom. I truly am. That's horrible. I don't think they're scary. I think they're fun. What about when that guy was running from the police? That was fun. I'm sorry, Jonathan, though. I am. It's hard. My mom tells me nobody can love me, so I have that inside me all the time. She's a sick person. Yeah, but I'll upload it from YouTube. I mean, from TikTok. I can re-access them. And I'll upload it and put it on YouTube for you. Yeah, but think how scary it is for them. They don't have anything. They're just living in the building, and, some stranger comes wandering in. They don't know if I'm going to kill them or not. But I do believe God puts us in the right place at the right time. I know that sounds stupid, but the fact that she was actually hungry right then, and I just happened to have food, I just think that's pretty cool. Like, what made me stop and think, well, maybe if I run into somebody, because maybe she prayed, somebody bring me some food or something to drink, That'd be kind of a nice thought, right? Oh, those dolls were creepy, weren't they? When I opened one up, I thought it was a cut up body at first. because it looked just like a dead body. I mean, no, not that one tonight. That was a couple years ago. You mean the first video on my TikTok? Yeah, that was a couple years ago. No, they were throwing way more than rocks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that neighborhood's known for that. That's where I met that guy hiding in that old armory who had that pistol. And you have to, it's, because I have a lot of TikToks on there, so it's fairly, sorry, I didn't get to see that. Oh, I know, I can't believe I had many, but it was fun, you know? I really do think it was fun that you guys came with me. I won't be able to post for a while because, like I said, I'm losing my apartment, and it's really, I mean, my lease is up, and it's really super hard to find an apartment right now. Super, super hard. And so I may do a little vlog of like, because I can't lose my job, you know, so I'm going to have to do that. And I think it would be kind of cool to see how maybe I could show how living like that is, you know? And allow me to save up a bunch of money. If I don't get too stinky for the people at work. Yeah, people get shot in the neighborhood all the time. That's why I knew it was somebody shot, because they were screaming at that guy. First you heard screaming and then you heard the gunshots, you know? So they were fighting. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. I, I'm going to take a road trip. I have a lot of abandoned places I want to go to, and I want to spend like a good 4 or 5 months, like just going to all my abandoned places alone. I don't know, that there's something about doing it by yourself. You know what I mean? There's something magical about it. And you know what's really cool is that sometimes when I turn off my light, it's so peaceful to be in an abandoned building by yourself. Like you turn off the lights, your light. Like sometimes I want to take a break and have a drink while I'm exploring, or a little snack, and it's like I get to look out over like the city with all the beautiful lights. Oh, in a way nobody really ever gets to do it, and there's something so peaceful about it. I don't know what it is. It's a sense of calm, because I don't know. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but like before I left the hospital last night, there was such a sense of, yeah, but I've only got like 5,000 followers. Well, Jan, sorry, it's Jan or Jen. I would love that kind of town, honestly. Maybe it's a ghost train. I would love that kind of town. Those are the best people in the world, but the problem is everybody knows you too. You know? I would hate to live in like New York, you know? Like this apartment complex is so quiet and so peaceful. Jonathan, you keep redacting your messages. Why are you doing that? I want to see what you have to say. I care. I really do. Like, y'all remember when I ran into that, I'm in Birmingham. Y'all remember when I went to that abandoned funeral home, and there was that homeless guy living in the funeral home where I found the ashes, the remains, and he was just sitting in there in the pitch dark, and all by himself. covered all those roaches. Sorry. Poland, Oregon. Portland. Oh, Portland. Do y'all have a lot of cool places up there to go? Oh my God, that's so underrated. I love lying there when you walk outside. Underwear, no one's. I actually do that around my apartment. I'm sure you don't want to see that, but exactly. You also you get the best view of the stars you could ever imagine. It's okay. Nobody's here to judge you. We're all friends. Oh my God, here the well, I mean, I can find one, but I can't pay $1,500 a month. I can't. I can't do it with what I make right now. I just I like right now in Alabama, there's a huge market boom. Well, houses everywhere. People are selling their houses and making double what they paid just 5 years ago. So everybody's selling their house. Look it up. Go on Apartment Finder. Like in this area, I can't find anything for below 1,500 a month. See, my apartment's empty because I've moved everything out. So I'm just sleeping on the floor. So everybody's getting into apartments after they sell their house. Anyway. You're absolutely right, Jan. Jan, I'm gonna come live with you in the country. Is that all right? Sorry. Till the house gets built. Wait, your grandparents are now building a house right now? Or, sorry. I know these are not exciting. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, that was a good one. That was fun. It's scrolling down. 500 acres. Can I build a tiny house on it? Sorry. I would love to build, not, I don't want a super tiny house, but I don't need a lot. I'm not a fancy person. That'd be so cool. Does anybody else want a tiny house? Not like super tiny. I need a full-size bathroom because I like to shower. Some of those people just rag. The only thing like, I could do this easy. The only thing I'm worried about is where I'd shower, and I don't want people at work thinking I'm just disgusting. You know what I mean? Sorry. Oh my God, I would love that. I'm so jealous. Do you have a fire going? Yeah, well, you can hear it going. It's on my YouTube somewhere. What's pole arms? I've never even heard of that. Where did you say there was where did somebody say there was a lot of apartments? Because now that I don't have a residence, I may, because I've got my thing on Indeed, and I've been offered so many places in Indeed. Maybe I could just move across the country somewhere, you know? That'd be exciting. You know, I like adventure. I'm an IT engineer. No, I don't think so. I mean, because it'd be really hard to go, like, if I could dedicate the time I wanted to, maybe, but I just don't think so. What? Oh my God, I got right outside my house. What? Oh, that's cool. Guy got killed right outside your house. Like they were worried that you did it, you mean? And the pole barn, that's cool though. I could live like that as long as I had a shower, my internet connection. Since, but I work for Amazon right now, so doing my work there. So I got good references. So, yeah, my light door. What about the door? Oh, yeah, but that's not normal. I mean, they just thought I was going to get killed. See, people love to see, except for me, I like good things. People want to see people die. I don't know why. I did put a PayPal link in there in case, because y'all, it takes a lot of money to go on road trips and go to abandoned places. I mean, sometimes you can do a day trip, but three goats. What's three goats in the chip? What kind of goat? Look at the fire. It's so nice. It warms your face so perfectly. I gotta go get another piece of wood because my wood is kind of wet. And three whole people out of 20,000. That tells you something right there, though. That happens in almost most of my videos, especially when it gets cold outside. Go through my TikTok videos. You'll see like that guy I picked up that he had just been beaten up 2 minutes before. They hit him with a baseball bat. Yeah, actually, I was asked to do commercials this past week from this place called Yeoman Electrical Service. And I just didn't know how to do it because what am I supposed to do? Right in the middle of my TikTok stop and go, hey, everybody, go check out Yeoman Electrical Service. It just doesn't seem like like if I was sitting at home, I could see me doing it, but it'd just be kind of weird. Hold on, everybody. Let me tell you about this electrical company right here. They're awesome. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that'd be. Like they offered a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? Like my videos are not like, did you know what I mean? I just think it'd be awkward. You know what I'm kind of waiting for though? I'm kind of waiting for somebody in one of those buildings just to knock me out. Yeah, but who's gonna sit there, Jen? Who would sit there and like intentionally watch an ad though? Like I was gonna do it that way, but then, like, why would you just watch an ad? You know what? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like that would be awkward too. Like he's doing all his lives, and then all of a sudden, I'll upload the one from tonight onto my YouTube tomorrow if y'all want to see it. Let me go get another piece of firewood. You know, it doesn't matter where you go in the world as long as you have somebody to snuggle with. What? Exactly. I do have money to pay my bills. Exactly. I just can't afford, and even farther out of the city, they're still extremely expensive, and you just pay that much for absolutely nothing. Like you get no. Said my phone got too hot. Yeah, it said my phone got too hot. It says you cannot use your phone for a minute until it cools down. So that's why I moved back a little bit. Y'all, I have so many hours of video that I have not even put on TikTok of these cool places, but I don't like editing them down. Either that or I'm just too lazy to do it. See how hot it is right here so my phone doesn't turn off again. But a lot of people. What are y'all doing? That sounds delicious. It's still getting hot. I think it's like you know what? I like a little bit of everything. I love rice though. But I love Spanish rice a lot. But I guess my favorite meal is, um, you're gonna laugh. It's called, I forget what it's called. Um, It's where you cook the meat with vegetables and beef stew. That's my favorite. Where you let it simmer in the crock pot, you know, for days, for like 20 hours or something. Can I be honest with you without sounding weird? I grew up in a very emotionally abusive family, very emotionally abusive, and I think they beat all the feelings out of me. All the, if that makes any sense. But also at the same time, it taught me how I never want to be. No, it's okay. So I didn't see that. Oh, chicken noodle soup, that rocks. But also, I honestly, I always think whenever I'm walking, because when I was young, they used to tell me I had big guardian angels with me. Like these Reiki people. And psychics would always say that they could see big angels with me and that Jesus was always with me. And so I honestly feel when I'm walking in these places that Jesus is with me. Like I can feel him footstep for footstep with me. I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, there's nothing to be afraid of until there's something to be afraid of, right? Yes, extremely. You could not even, like that's one of the reasons I'm not in this apartment anymore. My freaking narcissistic dad calling the apartment complex because I don't want anything to do with him. So he calls and calls and calls, and they finally go, enough, 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 enough. You know what I mean? So I didn't get evicted. They just won't renew my lease because they don't want that toxic crap around here. But if you think about it, it's just an abandoned building with some ghosts. Until something bad happens, there's nothing to be scared of, right? Nobody told you they love you today. I do. Nobody says that enough, you know? What? Now that's freaking nuts, man. Listen, that is somebody who is not normal. And you say, I rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ. I'm just saying. Just laugh at him and say, you think a warlock has anything over Jesus? Give me a break. I know, but look, most people don't like my videos unless I'm gonna die. And to be honest with you, y'all, I don't think my videos are all that good, to be honest with you. It's just me being me, you know? And like, I can't imagine people liking that, you know what I mean? It's, it's like I go to do it, but I would be doing it anyway if I wasn't holding my phone. So, you know, it's just like it's me doing what I'm doing, and then I grab my phone and just record it at the same time. That's why I don't pay attention much to comments, which I feel bad about, but I'm kind of in the moment, you know? And that's kind of the reason I didn't do the ad, because it's expired now. Well, I mean, you know, you don't have, I guess for me, I'm not saying, you know, everybody has to believe that. I'm just saying for me, that's what works for me. Because there's so many times I should have been, like, did y'all see the live a couple of weeks ago when when I, uh, when I was at that abandoned steel mill, and I lifted my head and I hit my head on the corner of that window, and that literally knocked me unconscious for like a second. And so, um, sorry, hold on. Yeah, but if you look, 20K may have been watching, but if you see, people like on TikTok are kind of different. They only like instantly. Um, you know, they like instant gratification, and so, do you know what I mean? It's like all those 20,000 people. I didn't gain 20,000 new followers. I gained like 1,000. So, I mean, I may gain like 10 or 20, but I'm just not that interesting. Like exploring with Josh, he's a cool guy. Zach Bagans, well, thank you. Zach Bagans is a cool guy. I actually met him though at Sloss Furnace. Do you know what's awesome? Y'all, this is gonna sound perverted as hell, but like if you have this like leopard skin like I do, there's something like if I lived in the country, sleeping naked in front of a fire rocks. I know that sounds stupid, but no, they're not. Do you hear anything? No, it's very quiet. I don't hear anything, do you? I'm not naked. I'm just saying, I wish I had my rug back in here. No, no, no. Dude, seriously, what happens in my, people can't get over that. I don't know why. What happens in my lives happen in my lives. Like, I literally, I wasn't even going to go out tonight. I was just going to have a fire. Oh, like I was just going to sit home and have a fire, and I went out to get a cup of coffee, which is sitting up there. And I was like, yo, I got to get into something tonight. I don't know why. And so and I saw the donuts at the gas station. I was like, well, I'll get them hi, and I'll get the, hey, Katie, how are you? I thought about you today, about your husband. I'm so sorry. Um, I thought, well, maybe I'll go down there if there's that. And they had 2 Czech colas or Fagos or whatever they are. I'll just see if she's down there. I wasn't even planning on going live. because people, think about it. All there is these days is Xbox. Like, they can't imagine real life because they literally sit in their houses and nobody does anything anymore. They play Xbox and PlayStation, and that's not reality. I mean, seriously. It's, how can I stage that? Y'all saw me get there in my car and leave in my car. How can I stage that? And maybe because they wouldn't do that themselves. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, you saw the guys in there. I mean, obviously, if it was staged, it would have been totally different. Like, why would I stage climbing through that muck? I managed to stage all that in 24 hours since my last broadcast. I mean, it's just stupid. It's offensive, actually. Because I could literally get shot in one of those buildings and nobody would ever know where I'm at. That one guy, but he was on my last, like, that last guy, he was a real, well, I went live in there last time and that guy was in there and he was a real jerk last time. Y'all don't remember? I told him, I said, listen, there's people watching, you'll get the chair. Because he had all those drugs all over the place. And then one time, that old abandoned neighborhood where I found the dog, those people were in that house cooking meth. And I went and looked in the window, and they was cooking up all the meth. And they had their dogs going after me. So I had to run like hell. You're right. I would have taken the easier way in, for sure. Anybody watching in this video, do y'all remember when I was on Periscope live with the in that meth neighborhood? Katie, I think you were there. Yeah. Well, last time she was naked in there. That's why. It's on my TikTok somewhere where she's running around screaming. I just wish it let you rewatch the lives, because that way y'all be able to see. You remember the neighborhood where they were making the meth, and they had the generator running, and I couldn't help it. I had to go look in the window and see what they were doing. And it was a huge mistake because they had their dogs go after me. That was down in Selma. That was a crazy place. And then there's that Good Samaritan abandoned hospital. I found that guy sitting in the stairwell, and he had a real bad toothache. Yeah, me too. But that's fun. You gotta admit it's fun. Yeah, it's in Selma. It's an entirely abandoned neighborhood, but people go back there and they get generators and they use the abandoned houses to cook up drugs. And I didn't know that because I've never done drugs, so it smelled like ammonia and bleach and all that stuff. And so I wanted to go see why why there was people in an abandoned neighborhood, and I kind of snuck up on them, and because I wanted to see what was going on, and they was cooking up meth. I could have died right then. Somebody told me if they had caught me, they would have killed me. And I just find that hard to believe anybody could kill another human being over drugs. I mean, to me, that's not even. Dude, it's so much more real when you go alone, Because, and I know that sounds like selfish. I thought you had seen that one. Katie, you remember where I found the dog? But it's more real because you don't have anybody to interact or make light anything. Just like ghost hunting, I think it's something so different when you're by yourself. When you're in there. Okay. Because you remember when I heard the gunshots? One of my favorite periscopes was the Volcano Club in downtown Inslee. That huge, gigantic skyscraper. It's now completely gone, but it was built in the 30s, and it was abandoned. And I climbed up to I think it was like the 10th or 8th or 10th floor, and I had that real high-powered flashlight. And as the dancers and the hookers and stuff would come out the door of the club, I would shine a light on them real. That was so much fun. Yeah, because be honest with you, most people get permission to go in places. There's something more fun about not getting permission, because you're really exploring, and that takes too much work. I wouldn't even know who to contact to get permission. Except for Schloss Furnace, I had to get permission there because they had a guard when I stayed the evening in there. But that place was really obvious because they have an office right there. But you know how it is. It's so tiresome. You call the city and say, plus they would never do it at night. They'd never let you go at night, Call the city and then they'll say, you need to get in touch with these people, and then you need to get in touch with these people. And then you got to find this person that has the key to the doors. Well, the door is open, so I'm just going to walk in. It's abandoned. But you got to ask yourself why running into these people, except for the guy that was wanted by the police. What reason would they have to kill me? Nothing. I don't have any reason to kill anybody. Why would they have a reason to kill me? Right? Yeah, but whoa, but Yeah, but houses are different. Houses are really, really different. Usually there's not a huge homeless population in neighborhoods. You know what I mean? There's really not. When you're in the city, though, kind of, you you have a more dense population of people, and it's cold, and you know, a house you would have to walk into the suburbs. So I can kind of get that if they're going into houses and stuff, why they don't. But it's just most homeless people don't have a transportation to get into the suburbs, and there's not a lot of abandoned houses unless they're in the country. Even in the country, there's not really. Is it, oh God, I've heard. What's your name? I'll make you a mod if you'll send me a message on there to remind me. Because anybody who's wasted their time coming in here and chatting with me, when I'm not almost dying, I'll be more than happy to, if you're on TikTok, shoot me and I'll make you a mod. Because if you're just wasting your time chatting, then you're just not, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. It means you're real. So do that when you get a chance. Or just know, yeah, y'all just send me like a private message, even though I have allow everyone, but it may look like I don't get it because I have to accept. But if you'll send me a message like that, I'll be more than happy to. Because I'll know that was you in this YouTube that sent me the message. I like you too. Very cool. You're very cool just to sit here and chat with me, and just send me a message, like a private message, and say, hey, on the YouTube, you told me to message you. How about becoming a mod? It'd be nice to have some people on there. Hi, Lizzie. We're just talking about things, Lizzie, nothing exciting. I gotta get another piece of firewood. See, because this doesn't have the doors in front of it, so so all the air, the draft makes it just burn wood like crazy. But since I'm out of here in 2 days, I'm trying to burn all my wood. Because I thought it was gonna be here all winter, and they didn't renew my lease, so. Hold on, I'll read your message just a sec. I gotta go get some wood real quick. Because it's so wet, if I don't put it on while it's hot, it'll just go out. Sorry, hold on. Look at this big piece. I put it too far back. that sucker rolls off, I'm gonna kill it. It's hotter than Fox the hell right now. Woo. Wish I had a fire pole. I gotta find one. Gotta make one. So I can distribute the ashes a little bit. I'll try this. Can you hear the draft? Exactly. Yeah, you're not going to walk all that way in case there might be an empty house. God, even my phone's still getting hot. I put allow message from everyone. Hold on, I'll have to change it. No, I didn't. Actually, Lizzie, this is my second last night here. They won't renew my lease. I won't. You know why? I pay my bills. Probably my narcissist ex or my dad. So I'll be homeless from here on out until I can find another apartment. I'm not being evicted. It's really hard to find an apartment right now. So I was thinking about doing videos, what it's like to live in one of those abandoned buildings. I had 3 months to find one, but I work a lot, so. And this is what I do most, nights that I'm not. No clue. I'll just wing it. Yeah, me and you both, since I paid my bills, and freaking retarded people have to get involved. That's why I don't trust anybody. People call my apartment complex. I've lived here an entire year, paid all my bills. Well, that's what happens when you go no contact with narcissists. I'm serious. Sorry. They will do anything to get revenge on you. And since they don't have to have a reason to renew your lease, all they have to do is say, hey, in the lease clause it says they give any reason not to renew you for any reason. Nope. Yeah, well, it's not going to happen before Tuesday, and then I've got to work. And so, I mean, I work overnight, so I sleep during the day, so it's extremely difficult. That's why make sure you never get involved with narcissists. I'm being serious. They are literally Satan on earth. They are absolutely the most demonic people in the world. Like, I can't imagine calling people's friends and family and work. I can't even imagine being like that. But it doesn't matter, because God knows the score. And guess what? There is heaven and there is hell. And they will spend forever and ever and ever and ever in fire hotter than this. Forever. For just going around and making shit up because you don't want to take their crap anymore. Because you say, I'm going no contact yourself, and so you don't contact them anymore. So you don't contact them anymore. That's how you're repaid for not contacting them anymore. Because you say, I'm done with this crap. I deserve better than this. And so I'm serious. Yes, for whether it was my dad or my ex or whoever, because they won't even tell me. I'm like, why won't you renew my lease? Any reason. Any reason. And I say, yeah, but legally I understand any reason. You don't have to tell me. But morally, I said that to them. What reason? They don't care. Any reason. Because if I was told, then I could file a lawsuit against whoever did it. That's what my attorney said. Yeah, for a lease renewal, yeah. Sorry. It is absolutely disgustingly. That's why there's heaven and hell. That would be nice. I mean, I can afford a place financially. But what do you mean, how are they donating? But see, the problem is I work overnight, so it's not like I'll be staying there at night. Because I'll sleep during the day. But I'm not looking for pity. I just want, you know what? All you want to do is be left alone without these psychopaths like my mom and dad and my ex. How do you do a Patreon? Where did they put the Patreon info? Thanks, Jonathan. How do you do a Patreon? I put a PayPal in my link. Y'all, it cost me $700 just to move my stuff to a storage unit. I don't want to do that. Come on. I want a home with a fireplace. But it does sound nice. Lizzie's got a good idea. But that's not the way I want to live, though. I mean, I need a snuggle nest. So I'm a big teddy bear. Sorry. No, you can't, can you? Yeah, it is Plan B, Lizzie. That is Plan B. It's so freaking hot in here. How do you do a Patreon, though? How does that work? You just put the link in your profile? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, but what if I don't, like, what if, like, some nights after work I'm so tired, I just don't want to explore, and I don't want to let people down. Like, and plus people never donate on my videos anyway. Like, I saw a guy, no, but I went live again a few minutes later. That pole hit me on the head. I'm sorry, I can't. I know, but people don't think that way. Thank you, you're so sweet, whoever you are. Sorry, we're looking at a fire. So, see, that's the thing. When I'm homeless, I found you know that building, but where that electronic stuff was in the fire barrel? I was gonna go and stay in there for a while, where all the gunshots, do a little. But what's crazy is I went back in there. I was in there about a month ago. Not the one where I found the CPR dolls, but the other one. And there's a mirror hanging in there that wasn't there. And so it just makes me wonder if somebody's coming in and out of there. Why they would be, because it's nobody's shed. I mean, it's part of the National Guard. So I just worry about that. Because you gotta remember, it's not gonna be at night, it's gonna be during the day while I'm sleeping. But here's the thing. Yeah, but nobody would give a crap. I mean, I'm just so used to people not caring. You talk about donating. Okay, let's do this. I would love to do that because it would offset my costs. Like, AT&T is not cheap, and then, you got gas to drive around, and it's just at least to offset your costs and to where because y'all see my map. I have literally 1,000 places. It would take me an entire year. I would love, but I just can't afford it. I saw a guy literally stacking up quarters like nuts tonight, and people were donating 50, 100, 200 bucks. Hi, Melissa. Is that Minka? Mika. Oh, are you Russian? That's really cool. I love that name, Mika. And they were giving and people were shooting at me, and they don't ever donate, so I don't really have much faith in that. That'd be a hard pill to swallow. That's so sweet. I've never been I was homeless a year ago before I got this apartment because mixing around with the wrong person. And so I was made homeless because I gave up my home stupidly. And so it was tough. I'm telling you, I lived literally in the woods at Bastille. And so That's what happens when you mess around with the same people again. Where'd they have a stove set up? No, they had a fire. Yeah, I want to do that, but I also don't want to get. I hate that I've guarded my heart so much. What I'm saying is those people like sitting those washers on top of it, or those bolts. They had like 100. And people just don't donate on mine, so that's okay. I mean, I just do it because I think it's fun and I like to share some of the places. You know? You know how much money I made on TikTok last month? I made $31, and so it's not really. I just don't want to ever be able to have to contact my family again. That's my goal. And I refuse to. I know, but yeah, but look, I didn't gain 20,000 followers. I gained like 1,000. So that doesn't really matter because I had 20,000 people and nobody donated anything. I mean, I didn't expect it because they never do, but I'm saying I couldn't really if I would love to be able to just travel around the country and do abandoned places alone, but it's just, if people donate, I would do it, but I can't. I mean, I have medical insurance I have to have. I have real bills. Lizzie, you would love it on there. It's fun. It's just like my Periscope. You remember when I used to do Periscope? It was fun, except with a lot more people. I thoroughly enjoy it. Because it's so much more fun though, Lizzie, because you get to interact with a lot more people. And we get ghosts to visit people's houses and stuff. We do experiments. Like, anybody have a ghost in their house tonight? Y'all know what's so funny though? Like, when I have 20,000 people in there, you know what my favorite thing to do is though? You're gonna laugh at me. It shows you that I don't really care about numbers. Will you be a mod? Will you send me a message to be a mod in my videos? Or put it, I'll open it up once I get off of here, or do it tomorrow. That way you could be a mod for me. Because I don't have any mods, really. I have one or two. And they can't always be in there, you know. They don't know I'm gonna go live, so nothing on them. But my favorite thing to do is when I have a lot of numbers in there,
I like to watch the numbers go doo-doo-doo-doo all the way down. I'll go, y'all, let's do an experiment and see if we can get a ghost to come to your house. And all the people that say, I don't believe in ghosts, they're like, I'm out. It's so funny. I love it. I love doing that. There's no way I can find you. Just send me a message if you're on my TikTok. I'll open it up to where anybody can send me a message and just message me, and I mean, I can't find somebody in all those people. They're scared. I love it. It's so funny because it's all the people who always say they don't believe in ghosts. They're like, I'm out. We had somebody that was so funny the other night in my YouTube while we were watching the fire, and they said they were sleeping in their car because they thought they heard a ghost in there. It's still on there. It's so funny. No, I do. One of the things I do is a little bit of loss prevention, and I have to be on site for that. Oh, yeah. No, but it'll allow you. I'll see the request, and it'll allow me. Yeah, she can't see that because lives don't. You can't replay lives. I wish it would let you, but I'll put it on here tomorrow. Yeah, is there a way to rewatch lives? I don't know. I don't. I swear to God, y'all gonna laugh. I would follow a lot more people, but I don't watch Periscope when I'm not on Periscope. I swear, I don't even look at the app. Because usually I'm like searching for an abandoned place or something like that. I like the CPR dolls. Those were cool. I thought they were dead bodies at first because they were so lifelike. Yeah, it was the same girl from Periscope that was running around naked that night. Remember, she thought she had her dead boyfriend was chasing her? But it wasn't as easy to get into tonight. Oh, did y'all hear that? There's my boxes. There's literally a cemetery right across the street. So sometimes you'll see walking down the sidewalk a man with a tall top hat. He looks like the guy from Dracula. I wonder what these filters do. I can't thank you enough for keeping me company, though, in those abandoned places. It's very kind. You know what? You know what Jesus always said? He says, as long as you walk with those who believe with you, I am always with you. And so when you guys are with me, I know even though technically I'm alone, I'm not really alone. I got all those y'all angels watching me. I know that sounds crazy. But that was tonight on my live. I'll upload it to YouTube if y'all want to see it. Does anybody here remember Periscope when I found that body? That was like one of the hardest days of my life because I'll never forget. It was so cold outside. It was yeah, I'll upload it tomorrow. It was so cold, and I was by the inmate cemetery, and I walked in that house, and there's that guy. But it was like -10 that night, and I was planning on going the night before, but I didn't because it was even colder. And I just wish I'd gone the night before because maybe that guy still would have been alive. Like I think about that every day almost. Because, I mean, it must be the most horrible thing to die alone, thinking that nobody in this world loves you. Nobody. I mean, it's so unbearably sad. I'm about to go to sleep too, so I'm going to turn on some rain sounds and just listen. So if you want to, no, not that building. It was by the inmate cemetery. Where they bury the inmate bodies, and you can see the outline over there because they don't bury them very deep, and they just bury them in sheets. And so if you go there after a big rainstorm, you can literally see them in the ground. So he was right around the corner. Maybe he got up out of the ground. I don't know. I think about that every day. Poor guy. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let y'all watch the fire if y'all want to. Thank you. I hope you sleep well too. And y'all, if nobody told you they love you today, I do. I really do. And I appreciate you taking the time to come in. Thank you for coming and visiting me. I know these aren't very exciting, but at least we get to have time together, and because people are more than their videos are. Those videos are part of them, but they're to know somebody's videos, you gotta know the person, I guess. All right, guys. Good night. I'm gonna let you. I hope to see you all on the next live. If nobody told you they love you today, I do. I gotta push that log back, it's scaring me.
want, y'all can go sleep with me. Feel the fire warming your face, warming your feet, warming your chest, warming your arms. Good night. You sleep well too. Remember, you are loved very, very much. Because there's only one like you. And just think, somebody somewhere is thinking of you. I'm gonna turn on some rain music. So, if y'all want. So we're all rainy and wet in front of a fire. I was like, wow, because from my angle, it looks like 7 people liked my video. And I was like, oh man, it's only 2. Do you? Would you want me to turn mine off? That way you can listen to your ocean sounds? Okay, here, we'll put that on. And then I got one with more thunder. I love thunder too. Thanks for sleeping with me. I never slept with so many people at the same time. So, well, there was this one time in college. Do you remember last Christmas? when I would do this at night. I had so much fun. I'm telling you, I know it's horrible to kill a bear, well, unless they're killing you, but there's something about a bearskin rug in front of a fire and just being naked on it and sleeping and just feeling the warm fire. Because they're so cozy. I was just thinking about is on Good Friday. I was at Sonic. Y'all want to hear a story? This is a true story. Like, if y'all want to hear it, it's kind of an amazing story, I think. Okay, so I bought that piece of crap car, and I really got scammed. I paid a whole lot of money for it, and they were extremely dishonest. And so ever since I bought it, the check engine light turned right on and caught on fire. And so on Good Friday, this is how I know God hears prayers. Um, so I was going through the Sonic, and there's this really nice lady who paid for my food in front of me. And so I paid it forward, obviously, and paid the person behind me. And I was sitting in my car, and that check engine light has not gone off, had not ever gone off in months and months. And trust me, I brought it to the dealer 1,000 times, and that's why it's just a disaster. But I remember at 3 o'clock, because that's the time Jesus died, I got out of my car and got on my knees, because that's what at 3 o'clock, you're supposed to, this phone's getting so hot. You're supposed to get on your knees and, just pray and thank Jesus for giving his life for us. So I got in my car and I kneeled right next to it. And I said, Lord, thank you so much for, giving your life for us and all this stuff. And, just prayed with my heart. And I said, give me a sign that everything, there's so much I want in life and all this stuff. And give me a sign that everything's going to be okay. Immediately, the check engine light went out. Swear to God. I know it does. I said, just give me a sign. And I know it doesn't sound like that's a big deal, but it's never been off. And it was like a sign, like of renewal, making things whole. How'd I know? That was pretty amazing. So pray, because they do work. Just not for me so much. That's how I tell you that story. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty cool. I mean, but you have to actually work to keep the check engine light off, I guess. I get a feeling that some of y'all have depression that are watching this. No, hey, delete that. And just send it to me on TikTok. I don't want people seeing it and harassing you or whatever, but I would love to. I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you, Jonathan. That way people, I would hate for people to give you a hard time, Jonathan. I will definitely take you up on that. You're a cool guy. Maybe we can do an explore together. Or you could send it and I could have deleted it. I could take a screenshot and then you can delete it. If that makes you feel better. Yeah, if you want to do that, I can take a screenshot real quick. And then you can delete it real quick. So nobody else sees it. There you go. Now delete it. Thanks, Jonathan. We'll go into an abandoned place one night. I think you'll find it rather peaceful and it's not scary at all. You know, one of the cool things about going in like those places by yourself or even with somebody else the first time is that it's hard to explain that you know you can do it inside you. It builds you kind of confidence. Builds you, you're like, yeah, I can do this. I can beat my fears. And that's important. It's really cool because you're like, oh, it's like once you do it by yourself, you're like, yeah, if I can do this, nothing else is scary in life. Because Jesus has the helm of everything. And that's just my opinion. I know not everybody, it's not cool to believe in God anymore, but I definitely believe in Jesus very, very much. You know why? Because this world, the reason for me I believe in all the pain and heartache and stuff in this world is absolutely temporary. The other side is the real world, not this. I agree with you, 1,000%. This is not the real world. The other side is the real world. Have y'all seen that video on TikTok I posted with the guy who really went to hell? And he said instantly he knew this was not the real world. This earth, he said the other side was the real world. Instantly he knew it. Yes, absolutely. And that's why it could be the end of days because remember, have you ever seen the movie Fatima on Netflix? Yeah, I don't, yeah. Oh my God. It talks about when, how, yeah, if y'all, see, things like that give me faith. Oh my God, it's so good. My parents are psychos too. My parents call people behind my back. They're narcissists. And I realize that means they were probably abused as children, but that doesn't give, then don't do that to your own kids. Is the rain too loud? Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's not any kind of way to grow up. But listen, I never did drugs. I was never in trouble with the law. Um, I have a college degree too, and they are just the most cruel people. Like, they like to watch you suffer. That's why they would call the apartment complex. No, I mean, that's why they would do that, because then their narrative of that you're so bad, oh, they're so bad, doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work for them unless you fail, because then their narrative about you is correct. So that's why when you're suffering, they'll stomp on you. Because they have to prove that the reason they're so cruel and they're so mean to you is because you're bad. Narcissism is a very bad sickness. Oh, little, was it little whatever? Well, go to sleep watching the fire. I'll stop yapping. Close your eyes and go to sleep. Know that I love you. You're absolutely right, they do. That's what I mean. Like, last year when I was homeless, they called all my friends and told them not to give me a place to stay. And I got proof of that. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you want me to lose my job, my insurance, everything? Why? They have 3 spare bedrooms at their house. Let me put it this way. There's no reason for me to be homeless. None. They're just cruel, evil animals. None. Never done drugs. Actually, my brother, he never did drugs, but his ex did drugs. Had no problem. But he's the golden child, so. I mean, there's no reason. Actually, it would help me out. I'd be able to save a bunch of money, buy a new car, but they don't want good things for you. They don't. It's very hard to digest. There should be no reason for me to be homeless, except for they're truly, if there's anything such as demons on earth, it's narcissists. They're literally walking evil. Absolutely blame you for everything. But in reality, you're always usually the one that's there for them. Like, can you imagine being I look at Facebook posts and stuff like that, and I can't even imagine a life like that. Where, like, if you need something, you go to your mom and dad. Like, I look at people saying the fact that you're going to be homeless, I mean, that says so much about your mom and dad. But they lie so much. Oh, no, we didn't say that. We didn't do that. But, I mean, narcissists are walking lies. So, I mean, everything they do is with an agenda. And they have no, like, I see mothers saying, I cannot imagine having spare bedrooms and not having my child there who's unfortunately having struggles right now. I mean, I work with people who have felonies, who have just gotten out of prison, literally, and their parents put them in their house, in their bedrooms. And I've never done drugs, never been to jail, Never done any of that crap. And my parents are that sick and evil. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Sorry, it's very upsetting. I'm gonna get another lock. I mean, think about it. Narcissists do Satan's bidding. They absolutely do. Oh, no. All right, is it one more log? I'm not doing midnight. But you remember, that's the choice that they made. They made the conscious choice to behave like that. Sorry? Oh, yes, I. Why'd you go get firewood? I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying the fire, enjoying the company. You don't have to stay in here. I understand you have a life. Just hoping it would relax. You're so sweet. You know what I'm worried about is I can't make Christmas cookies for the homeless this year the way I did last year because I won't have a kitchen. I do it every Christmas Eve, and I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I've done it every year as long as I can remember, and I don't know what I'm gonna do now. And also on Thanksgiving. I know, but I gotta bring those people. You know, most homeless shelters aren't open right now um, because COVID. Seriously, for 10 years I've done that every year. You're reading what? Oh, yeah, seriously. It's okay. We'll say a prayer for you. Lord, we ask you to please, we ask you to envelop Katie with love and warmth and healing. We ask that you wake up fresh and new first thing in the morning. Let her have completely restful sleep. That's okay, I'm gonna go sleep too. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And we put everybody's names on them. Remember that? So everybody felt like they were a part of it. That was fun. We listen to Christmas music. Oh, you're lovely. And I knew you'll have a harder time this Christmas than me. And I'm sorry for your loss. But just think, you'll get to see him again one day. You'll get to see him. Nobody has told me that in such a long time. I haven't heard that in probably not, 9 or 10 months. Thank you, I need you. And I love you too. Thanks, Jonathan. I love you too.
Good night, everybody.